everyone, welcome back to my video. In this video, I want to tell you about conditionals and subjunctive. So what are you waiting for? Let's start the material. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you stay healthy. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Wayan Darmayanti, and I'm from class A1 Denpasar, majoring English Language Education Department, Hindu State University of Igusti Bagus Griwa Denpasar on the 3rd semester. Okay guys, like I said before, in this video we have two subtopics. The first one is conditionals, and the second one is subjunctive. So yeah, let's start the material. The first material is conditionals. What is conditionals? Conditionals are sentences with two clauses, an if clause and a main clause, that are closely related. Conditional sentences have two parts or clauses that give a condition in the dependent clause and a result in the independent clause. The condition clause usually contains an if statement. There are several different forms of conditional sentences that allow the writer to express various meanings using different tenses. This is the structure: condition if clause plus result clause. So guys, now let's continue to the types of conditionals. The first one is zero conditionals. The second one is first conditional. The third one is second conditional. The fourth one is third conditionals. And the last one is mixed conditionals. So let's explain one by one. Check it out. The first one is zero conditional. The zero conditional uses the present tense in both clauses and is used to talk about something that is always or generally true. The present tense signifies that these actions are both possible and typical. And this is for the formula if plus simple present and simple present. For the example, the first one is if it rains, I take an umbrella with me to walk. The second example, if I wake up early, I always read in bed. The second one is first conditional. The first conditional uses the present tense in the if clause and the future tense in the result clause. This form is used to talk about something that is a probable future result of a condition. And this is for the formula if plus simple present, comma will plus base verb. For the example, if I see you later, I will say hello. The second example, if I don't see you later, I won't be able to say hello. So now let's continue to the second conditional. The second conditional uses the past tense in the if clause and a modal and base verb in the result clause. This one is used to talk about hypothetical situation that cannot happen or is unlikely to happen. And this is for the formula if plus simple past, comma modal plus base verb. For the example, if I had $1 million, I would buy a large vacation home. For the second example, if I were you, I wouldn't wait to study for the test. And this is a little note for you guys. The condition and the result are not taking place in the past, but the past tense is used to indicate the unreal nature of the situation. So next, third conditional. The third conditional uses the past perfect in the if clause and a modal and present perfect in the result clause. This form is used to talk about hypothetical situation in the past that did not happen, typically with an outcome that did not happen and is perhaps the opposite of what did happen. For the formula, if plus past perfect, comma modal plus present perfect. For the example, if it had rained last week, the plants would not have died. The second example, if I had finished college, I would have become a doctor. And the last one is mixed conditional. Mixed conditionals combine the second and third conditionals to present both an unreal condition, either the past or the present, and an unreal result, either in the past or the present. The first form presents an unreal condition in the past that changes an unreal outcome in the present. For For the formula, if plus past perfect, comma modal plus base. For the example, if I had finished college, I would be a doctor now. The second example, if it had rained last week, the plants would be alive now. The second form presents an unreal condition in the present that changes an unreal outcome in the past. For the formula, if plus simple past, comma, would or could plus present perfect. For the example, if I spoke louder, I would have heard me before. The second example, if you were nicer, you could have had more friends when you were younger. So guys, in here, I have additional note on conditionals. There are a few aspects of conditionals that should be noted in order to make their use easier and clearer. The first one is conditionals can be categorized as real and unreal. You can think of this as meaning possible or impossible. Zero and first conditionals are possible as they deal with things that are generally true or that could be true in the future. Second, third, and mixed conditionals are impossible because they are either hypothetical or concerned with events in the past that we cannot change. You can see in here, real conditionals, zero, and first. Unreal conditionals, zero, third, and mixed. So you guys, you must remember it, okay? Next, in the second conditional, the simple past is used in condition clause. If the be verb is being used, it is typical to use word in more formal context. If you are speaking informally too, was in more usual. Formal. If I were you, I would drink more water. Informal. If I was you, I wouldn't stay out so late. So guys, remember it, okay? So guys, now let's continue to the second subtopic, subjunctive. What is subjunctive? The subjunctive in English is the mood of a verb that always comes in the simple or base form. The subjunctive mood of verbs come after some certain verbs indicating that one person wants or insists on desires another person to do something. Those certain verbs are called subjunctive verbs. Subjunctive is used to express wish, demand, or suggestion. Okay guys, you can see in here the example of subjunctive verbs. Okay? Okay guys, in here I have the structure of subjunctive mood. And this is for the formula: subject plus subjunctive verb plus that plus subject plus base form of verb plus complement. And this is for the example: John has advised that Alex go to movies. The second example: Robert insisted that I work on my paper. Here, the condition that is as important with the subjunctive verbs. Without that, the structure changes a lot and does not follow the mode of subjunctive. And this is for the new formula: subject plus subjunctive verbs plus that plus object plus infinitive plus complement. For the example, we recommend you to go to movies. No that, no subjunctive. The second example, he advised me to study hard. However, the subjunctive verb with the conjunction that always follow the subjunctive mood, first structure. Okay? There are some adjectives also that create a subjunctive mood. This adjective come after the be verb along with the conjunction that and create a subjunctive mood for the next verb. This adjective are called subjunctive adjective. Okay guys, you can see in here the subjunctive adjective, and I have the example. The first one is, it was advised that Alex go to movies. The second example, it is imperative that I work on my paper. And the last example, it was necessary that we study hard. So guys, subjunctive is to express some expectations that are usually contrast to the reality that occurs. So subjunctive, so in here, I have some word to classify subjunctive. The first one is if only, would rather, as though or as if, and wish. For the example, I wish I could watch concert next week. Karina speaks as if didn't know what the topic. Giselle would rather spend one lifetime with Jisung. If only I can see a beautiful sunrise. So next, let's continue to the types of subjunctive. There are three types of subjunctive, such as the first one is future subjunctive, the second one is present subjunctive, and the last one is past subjunctive. So I will explain one by one. So let's continue. So guys, now I will explain one by one types of subjunctive. The first one is future subjunctive. Future subjunctive is conditional sentence used to express position that refers to the future, such as hope or wish. The fact is also in the simple future tense. And this is for the formula: subject plus wish plus subject plus could or would plus verb 1. For the example, I wish you could go to Korea next month. The second example, I wish they eat my cake tomorrow. So let's continue to the second types is present subjunctive. Present subjunctive are supposition sentence with referring to the present. It's mean like now. The fact use simple present tense. And this is for the formula. The first one is formula of wish, subject plus wish plus subject plus verb 2 and were. The second formula is for as if or as though. Subject plus verb 1 plus as if plus subject plus verb 2 and were. The third one is would rather. Subject plus would rather plus subject plus verb 2 and were. And the last one is if only. And the formula is if only plus subject plus verb 2. And this is for the example. I wish you ate my favorite fried rice. The second example, he talks as if he knew the problems. The third example, my sister would rather you told the truth. And the last example, if only I had a motorcycle, I would ride it. So guys, let's continue to the last type of subjunctive, past subjunctive. Past subjunctive is a conditional sentence that refers to the past. So the fact is also in the simple past tense. And this is for the formula. And the first one is formula of wish, subject, wish, subject, had, verb 3 or been. The second one is as if or as though. Subject, verb 2, as if, plus had, plus verb 3 or been. The third one is would rather. The formula is subject, plus would rather, plus subject, plus had, plus verb 3 or been. And the last one is if only. And the formula is if only, plus subject, plus had, plus verb 3 or been. And this is for the example. The first one is I wish I had met my best friend that day. The second example, Ning Ning played as if she had seen a ghost. So next, I would rather Jihan had gone home first yesterday. And the last one is if only Kai had helped me last night. So what is the difference between conditionals and subjunctive? The key difference between conditional and subjunctive is that conditional sentences are used to express certain conditions that are real or unreal, while subjunctive is used to express various situations of unreality such as opinion, emotion, possibility, wish, judgment, or action that has not yet taken place. Okay guys, I think that's all about the material. So now I have that questions for you guys. You can check the questions link on the comment section. Good luck! Alright guys, I think that's all about the material. I hope you enjoy with my explanation. So thank you for watching.